Hi everyone, welcome back to Insights with Insignia. I'm Quinn, Senior Group Director with Infinity Financial Advisory. Today will be our third episode on careers and chaos. So to those of you who are thinking of starting a new career or doing a career switch, this one's for you. And as usual, today I've got three very handsome men from my team joining me: Stanley, Dean, and Ron. Can you guys introduce yourselves, please?
So hi, I'm Stanley. I'm Executive Wealth Manager with Infinity FA, and I used to be a private banker with 7 years of experience.
Hi, I'm Dean. I'm Associate Director with Infinity. I work in this industry for 10 years, 7 years in the bank prior to this.
Hi, I'm Ron. I'm Senior Financial Services Manager with Infinity FA. I have about 15 years of experience in this industry. Used to be from a local and international bank, serving both the onshore and offshore client market.
Okay, so I know you guys personally, right? But for the viewers out there, maybe you guys can do a bit of introduction and a bit more about your previous job and why you decided to join Infinity FA.
So let me begin. Mine is a little bit more complicated because I used to be a private banker, worked for about 5 years there. And then after that, during the height of COVID, my dad actually asked me and my brother to come and help him with the family business, which is actually in logistics. So as most of you would know, during COVID, logistics was doing really well. But after about 2.5 years of doing the logistics job, I think I got a little bit bored and I kind of wanted to go back into finance where the pace was a lot faster and things a lot quicker.
So that was the main turning point.
In a way, that's the main turning point. And also because I spoke to my dad, and my dad, supportive of it because my brother is still there. So thank you, bro.
You sure your dad blessing or not?
Yes, I think so lah. I don't know whether my dad will watch this lah, but I have your support lah.
For me, I think I stay in banking industry for 7 years. So I can feel the constraints. Work as an FA, I can actually offer more much broader range of products to my clients, and at the same time I can really enjoy greater flexibility in my own time.
Yeah, for me, it's a matter of more push and pull factors. But because we used to be same colleagues and good friends with Quinn.
Yeah, so coincidentally, how I know Ron is we were Citibank relationship managers previously. That's how we knew each other.
Then he keep disturbing me, asked me to join him.
And then it succeeded. So that was the pull factor. What was the push factor though?
Yeah, push factor. Basically, I was seeing the bank setup was not really a long-term career plan for me. Because it was in that time, back then was very popular with a lot of retrenchment and cost-cutting kind of measures. So I wish my career would be more more sustainable. The last point was because I saw Quinn was doing very well in his career and he was always playing golf in his IG, so I decided to join him after.
This one can confirm, yeah. Always see golfing.
So now it's time to pull your other colleagues, ex-colleagues.
Yeah, trying to.
Coincidentally, all of us are ex-bankers. Do you guys feel afraid when you are moving out of the bank to join, Infinity FA, because it feels like you're a newbie all over again?
I think for most of us, it's actually quite a big switch because when we come from the bank, we have a lot of structure, a lot of career progression, and even your salary, everything is quite transparent and structured. So I think when we actually come out into the FA space where things are more fluid, it can be quite daunting, especially with your clients and the ability to actually bring your clients over and things like that. But of course, at the end of the day, you have to kind of, in a way, see whether this career is for you for the next 20 to 30 years. So when I actually asked myself that question, it wasn't and so I decided to take that leap of faith and actually come up.
Actually, when I think back, it's quite messy at the beginning because in the bank you have all the different support systems, the investment consultant,
yes,
all these things.
We were quite pampered back then.
Over here we are everything. So we are the personal assistant, we are the investment consultant, we do almost everything. Yeah, so it really can be quite daunting at the beginning.
Yeah, for sure, I agree.
And I must say it's definitely not for everyone because it requires a lot of self-discipline, maturity to be able to so-called be self-employed for this industry.
Yes.
And I think among all of us, Ron probably has the longest experience in the bank.
I have about 8 years. Decided to call it quits and join the FA industry. Because
how was it like when you joined us?
Definitely it's not easy, emotionally wise, as what Stanley said, right, to give up so many things that we built over the years, the support system, the recognition, and the things that you achieved so far. Similar to what Stanley feels. I think if you think for the long term, then usually that's when you should make a decision. It's definitely hard, but that's where all the fun is. You start over again, then it's like playing game, right? Start over again. It's fun. Sometimes it can be fun.
Play game, then your character die, then you restart. Very fun, man.
Sometimes you finish, you complete the game, and after you restart, you build from scratch again.
I said, clearly too much time as a self-employed.
So for you, you were onshore and offshore. What's the big difference?
I think for me, work in the bank, you don't need to worry about leads because customers are given. But here, I need to actually dig my own leads.
That's the main concern here, lah.
Yeah, I need to do more work, and I think for me, at first, I really worry the most is that I don't have the basic. So I need to work very hard to get money in.
Do you contact your warm leads?
Yes, I do.
Usually there are cold leads and warm leads, right? And you are Xiaohongshu king, right? I'm sure you have a lot of people reaching out to you if you...
You need to do a lot of hard work for Xiaohongshu because you need not everyone very keen to talk to you, and most of the people they just ask you questions, then they never answer.
So you do get some leads over there?
I do. Sometimes I respond probably 100 or 200 questions in a day, but the success rate is very low.
Very, very low. So it's really, really hardworking and always traveling.
It's a global citizen here.
When do you think is the right time to leave a career? Is it when it's a bit stagnant, or when there's something really attractive out there that you want to embark on?
I think it really depends on your personality and financial situation. For me, I'm more kind of enjoy life. So I don't want to find a job before quitting. I would rather take some time to figure out what I want instead of just struggle finding a job.
Also, you won't find the next job, and then after you have secured the next job, then you quit. You will just quit first, and then...
I will quit first if I really don't enjoy current working environment.
Means you cannot tahan, then you...
Most probably I will quit if I'm financially okay.
Actually, I know him for a few years, but I didn't really ask him dwell into this topic. What was the push factor actually?
I think for me, if I feel very difficult to step into the office, it's a time for me to quit.
So that was what happened last time?
No. Of course not.
we can censor this.
But even nowadays, you also don't step into the office.
That's true.
Always overseas traveling.
Nowadays,
my home is my office.
Yeah. Means you're quite unhappy now.
I'm very happy.
Everywhere
is my office.
His passport a lot of stamps for sure.
He's still jet lagged now.
Yeah, he said he woke up at 3 a.m. this morning, jet lag, because he was away for 2 months.
Really,
so basically, this job very suitable for those who loves to work in their own home.
Yes and no. If you're disciplined, you can work at home.
It's very important to be disciplined, because if you're not, right, you may just drift away the entire year, and then one fine day you realize your finances cannot sustain anymore, and you may have to go back to the bank or being employed.
Yeah, so for me, I'm very different. I need to be in the right environment, so I force myself to come to the office. So I think this platform at least gives us the flexibility to decide whether you want working from home or come office.
So most importantly, financially have to be stable.
Yes, you need to have enough money to support.
I think most people will just find the next job first before they...
I think I agree. In Singapore, where financial situation is actually very important because everything costs so much here. Myself, I actually have married with 2 young kids. So I think making this switch when we were deciding was actually a very big consideration also. So thankfully, my wife is employed by NUS Law School. So she has very stable job.
Very high income.
Yes, and very, this one, not I say one. That one you ask her, then you know. But also very good family benefits for the children. But most importantly, my wife was supportive. So I think that actually made me change career.
So actually your entire family was supportive?
Yes, I would say that in that sense.
Because the impression that I get is sometimes people like the role, the status of a private banker, right?
I mean, it sounds very sexy and chill. Like when you tell people, oh yes, I'm a private banker, or it sounds like very mysterious, very high net worth. But at the end of the day, it's just different segments of the market. So I think if you can actually dissect something from the private banking space and bring it down to more retail mass market space, it actually brings out a lot of opportunities for people. And so that's what
I believe with your knowledge and your expertise that you gain from being a private banker, you will value add to your clients currently, right?
That's for sure. Because I think in this space, not many people really know how much money you can make from investments. So I've seen it from the other side of the basically the people with money and people higher net worth. My clients last time used to have a minimum amount of USD 5 million and above in net assets. So I say that's investable assets. So the kind of things you see are quite different. The kind of requirements they have are quite unique. So they do things like lending of their like private yachts. So example, the bank might maybe finance say 30-40% of the yacht, and then you can kind of draw a cash line out of that yacht that you're using. So these are like trophy assets. Something very different, but something eye-opening.
So it's not the common thing that we know, like people cash out from their property. This one you cash out from the yacht.
Yes. In a way, like pledge the yacht to the bank, and then the bank gives you a line of credit to do investments. So disclaimer.
You pledge out your yacht also?
No lah. I wish I had a yacht. Okay, let's just say if they are looking to buy a BTO, right, they will likely pay it in full cash.
This one I think very dependent on every individual and their own family situation, right? For myself, back then I was working in the bank for about 8 years, so I was not married at the time. So it was probably a bit easier for me to move on, to jump to another place. I think every individually have to consider their own situation. But of course, one of the disclaimer, must ask your spouse or partner a bit first before you make that jump.
Agree. Totally agree.
When you make the switch, what were the few key things that made you say yes to join the new company, or rather to join us?
For me, it's very important that I need to look for someone who can really lead me. I need someone who can actually really guide me through, and I need to learn from him, push me to fly high.
Yeah, I think similar to what Dean said, also look out for your manager in terms of how he or she is doing in their career. If they're doing well, that's a plus, but also at the same time, how willing they are to actually guide you along the way. Because I think career switch can be quite daunting, especially for someone who is new to the industry. So thankfully, the people that I follow are all great people. So thank you, Darren. Thank you, team.
Thank you. So actually imagine for us ex-bankers, we have some experience, we have clientele. For us, even when we come over, it can be daunting. So for people who are fresh grads or mid-career switch, it is even worse.
To have the skill of playing golf well with his client.
The golf part, I was motivated by Stanley.
Yeah, that could be my dream job.
actually, this question Dean can 我不要 answer.